Welcome to Great Britain and round 7 of the Grand Prix Virtual World Championship from Silverstone, a fast and flowing circuit that acts as the home Grand Prix to many of the teams and drivers here today. 21 cars line up on the grid, led by Tanskanen. Morris again lines up beside him, ahead of Concilio and the Woods pair. Turn 1 sees several accidents as cars pinball around, but the leading half have made a clean enough getaway from the mid-pack, the spinners and the damaged cars. Tanskanen leads lap 1 from Morris, Concilio, Ryan, Wicks, Hatchell, Muscat and Stanton. Lap 2 and Rowland takes 9th off of Panisi with ease. The top 5 run in close formation for most of the opening stint. Lap 6, and Morris almost loses it. Concilio gets a run on him down Hanger Straight and takes second place, as the two Woods now look to threaten the CSG. Panisi's day ends early in the gravel trap, just as Muscat's ends heavily in the copse wall. Rowland makes quick work of the sole remaining constant, but later spins and hands 7th back to Stanton. Morris runs out wide on lap 9 and Ryan tries hard to take 3rd from him. By lap 12, Tanskanen has built a 4-second lead over Concilio, who has 2 seconds over the Morris, Ryan and Wicks battle, which comes to a conclusion at Abbey Chicane when Ryan noses into and spins Morris. Wicks picks his way past the accident and into 3rd, as Ryan hands back a position to Morris. A released Wicks now sets several fastest laps in a bid to recatch the Norgerns, as Morris finds himself with the Woods of Ryan looking desperately for a way past, and on lap 17 Ryan manages to make a clean move on Morris this time at Abbey Chicane. Then, a lap later, both their races are further affected when coming across a spun Smith. Both cars hit him. Ryan has to pit for damage immediately, but Morris carries on a further lap. Smith retires. Hatchell takes advantage of this to gain positions and forces past Morris into maggots. Lap 22, and following the first round of pit stops, the order of play is beginning to establish itself. Tanskanen remains leading Concilio by 4 seconds, with Wicks a further 7 back. Hatchell has calmly risen to 4th ahead of the pack consisting Ryan, Rowland, Stanton and Morris. Morris passes Stanton later that lap. Ryan's day gets worse as the CSGs gang up on him, and a puncture sends him spinning off. Morris now though has his sights on teammate Rowland's fifth place and drives his way around the outside to claim it. Stanton drops off the back of this pair with the slide off track. Miller's day finishes on lap 26 with a heavy impact as Thomas's comes to a close after an impact from an ART. Morris seems slow at this stage of the race and is coming back under pressure from Rowland, and the pressure pays off when Morris spins and hands over fifth. It takes Morris a few laps before he can work his way back ahead of Rowland, who then spins himself off Morris's tail and loses out a place to Stanton. Rowland repasses the next lap, followed by yet another position swap when Morris spins. Wicks assumes the lead for a couple of laps when Tanskin and Concilio hit, but on his in-lap he suffers tyre wear and drops time as back markers unlap themselves. So, with the final pit stops completed, Tanskanen remains in charge of the race by 10 seconds from Concilio and another 10 to Wicks. When moving over to be lapped, Morris nips past Rowland, who then serves a drive-through penalty for a pit lane infringement. By lap 50, Stanton has re-caught Morris and offers himself a battle over fifth place. Ryan's afternoon will end pointless when, 12 laps from the end, a puncture allows Liechtenstein past and into the 10th and final points-paying position. For the remaining laps, Stanton has his hands full with Morris, and with 4 laps to go, Rowland has re-caught them to make it a three-way fight. Onto the final lap, and Stanton manages to get his nose in at Vale to make a pass on Morris around the outside of club. Rowland also tries to pass Morris at Abbey, but spins away his chances as Morris makes a last gasp effort to reclaim fifth in the final turns with a bold move at bridge. The day, though, again belongs to Tanskanen, who cruises home to win number 5, ahead of Concilio for a Nordjern 1-2. Wicks crosses the line third, 15 seconds back, and a quiet but quick Hatchell finishes fourth. Tanskanen has now regained control of the championship standings, 85 points to Morris's 76, with Wicks and Rowland back on 58 and 51 respectively. CSG's lead is cut to just 10 points over Nordjern, with Woods keeping touch in third, ahead of the next round in Portugal.